Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric Garcia for CPM term 1503. This video I'm going to give you an overview of our project 3. Looking at the rubric here, as far as updating data, the app allows the user to restrict the data on the parse server via custom user input. The app UI is always up to date with the server information via the refresh mechanism. Going into the app column, data is at least of 2 types. And the UI is always up to date with the server. User data is restricted to that user using parse access control. So we can go ahead and here, and you can see obviously if we update the data, it is connecting, and we refreshed from the fragment, and those obviously need to be updated. But if you do click on an item here, and we will just call this hello updated now. And go ahead and make it 555. If we save that, you can see hello updated. There's now 255, and there was another update there. So updating the data works correctly. If you look at the parse, we can go ahead and here it is. Memories, refresh. For some reason, it's only showing one user. Let's make sure we have a valid user here. Log out. We'll do the same thing we did last at cpm.com. ABC123, log in. Okay, there it is, and refreshed. So if we update test to updated and make this 103, we save it. It's updated 103. We come over here, refresh, updated 103. So everything is syncing to the parse server as well as within the application itself. Data validation. As you can see here, I want to update this big time. Apparently the jar file that I used back in the earlier Android classes that I used for this one to check for network connections basically throws up a ton of toast notifications, which is not really good to the user. But that is telling the user. If we can go ahead and simulate, let's see. I don't think I can simulate that. I'd have to turn off my Wi-Fi here so we don't have any data. Network memories will be synced with cached data. For instance, when you're trying to refresh this, it's syncing from the cache data on the device, so you're not getting stuff from the network. And this is not going to let me go since it has the runnable. Okay, so if we go into the next thing, obviously you have the data validation here. There's no title, so we need to enter that title. And that is a required field as well, but it's always populated with at least today's date. If not, I mean, you could always change it to anything else you want. And then click OK. And again, validation. We need a number of guests. Put that in 5. When we save that information, it says no network available memory will be saved locally and synced once a network is available. Thanks to the parse function, save eventually. So we will go ahead and save that and let them know that that's fine. And you'll see it popped up here in the background, even though it's synced only locally. Let's go ahead and kill this airplane mode. Let's get back connected so we stop getting all these notifications that there's no network. Okay, and then obviously you'll see that once it has, it was synced up here to that new one title. So that is that on the rubric. Network detection, I think we're good enough to say that that is well in effect with all the toasts and pop-up messages to let us know, that we're not connected or whatnot. Synchronization, all data synchronizes with the data between both platforms, backend server. These ones we looked at right there were obviously sunk from the iOS demo we did last week. App checks for data updates via polling, which is basically why this is staying up here. It's actually set to 10 seconds right now on a runnable polling every 10 seconds here to refresh the data, and that's also refreshed if it's connected online to the parse database, or if it's offline and it's syncs with the local data store. The application UI data is displayed appropriately based on the user selection. All UI views and elements necessary to allow for CRUD functionality, which is exactly what I demonstrated. Going back, I updated the delete function. If you long press, that is to delete now. And if you just click on one, it is going to go here to edit that view. You can cancel it. And that is the application for this week. Everything is looking good. Obviously, I'd want to run down that polling interval a lot, and also update the jar for the network connection to remove these tons of toasts that always pop up. Other than that, it's been a great week, and look forward to accomplishing all this with iOS next week. Take care.